It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Ever wonder how In-N-Out Burger, with its modest menus and no-frills approach, became the holy grail of fast food? In a world where flashy innovations and over-the-top menus and super-duper marketing campaigns dominate, it seems kind of crazy that simplicity would be the reason why. But In-N-Out Burger's success holds an invaluable lesson, I believe, for every CEO that's out there watching right now in the crowded market that's struggling to stand out. Okay, picture this. While giant fast food chains were busy concocting extravagant menus and bombarding consumers with advertisement, the Snyders, founders of In-N-Out Burgers, were flipping burgers with a different philosophy. They opted for quality over quantity, using fresh ingredients and really pioneering the concept of drive-thru when drive-thru was pretty cool. Now, despite all the odds of being in a fast food business, burger business, they carved a niche for themselves, proving that sometimes less is more. Did you know that In-N-Out Burger had to have their own secret sauce, their own secret framework? So what's the secret sauce behind In-N-Out's Burger really having the success they've had? It boils down to a simple motto. Keep it real simple. By focusing on one thing exceptionally well, they captured the hearts and the stomachs of their customers. Now, this mantra translates seamlessly into the world of sales. Instead of chasing the trends that are out there, adopting the next cool strategy, they can achieve, or CEOs can achieve greatness by just mastering the fundamentals of sales, which is service. Just like In-N-Out Burger prioritized quality, being authentic, customer satisfactions, in sales, sometimes it's tempting to chase the latest fads or overcomplicate strategies. However, the In-N-Out story reminds us that success lies in the simplicity and excellence. By honing in on our core principles, it allows us to deliver service in a way that it couldn't be done before. So what's my big takeaway for you as a CEO? Number one, a clear sales system and strategy that focuses on serving the customer or your ideal clients where they are, providing more value than they expected, and allowing them to not only transform their lives, but transform their business in an authentic, simplistic, and consistent way. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. My name is Shay Brown. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you this morning. And we start off every single morning as we do with our case studies, which I love starting off, which is with our mantra. And just like In-N-Out Burger has their own mantra, we have our own mantra. And here it is for every CEO out there. Repeat after me. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. So repeat after me. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Now, we also have our own pledge. Yep. You got it. You got to have your own pledge. So every morning, just like you get up and maybe say your prayers, maybe you have an affirmation that you say every single morning. Our pledge is learn, earn, and return. So repeat after me these words. And this is something that a CEO does just to stay connected to the sales organization, just to stay connected to the area that generates revenue in the business. And here it is from a sales perspective. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from existing clients in order to get old and new clients to return. I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. So every morning we show up here for three reasons. Where is this thing at? Here we go. Three reasons. Our number one reason is sales progress. And this is a good time to check in. Take a look at exactly where you are with your revenue, exactly where you are with your leads. Okay, we'll get into that in the CEO sales dashboard. I can't wait to get to that today. We address any roadblocks that are out there. And at the end of the day, we understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to generate revenue in the business and be profitable. Sales pillar number 1 is a one-page CEO sales plan. And if you're out there right now, you haven't downloaded your one-page CEO sales plan and completed it, go over to www.ceosalesplan.com. Download it now. Number 2, a CEO sales cycle. What's the cycle they go through? We just did a case study from the time you connect with your potential ideal customer till you communicate in your community until they're ready to convert or have a conversion to your product or service. Number 3 sales pillar is your sales messaging. You get this intellectually, but I want you to be looking at the sales organization. I want you to be tuned into your sales department right now. What is the sales language, the sales messaging, the sales words that the sales team is using? Because sales drives marketing. Marketing never, ever, ever, ever drives sales, because sales, the team, they're talking to customers every single day. They're having the conversation in the trenches. Number 4 sales pillar is sales indicators. We're going to go over that today with the CEO sales dashboard. If you haven't downloaded CEO sales dashboard, download it now. Even if you tuned in every single morning and you've been with us ever since we started and you haven't done it, do it now. Go over to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. There's only five indicators you need, the metrics you need to know, and you know that your life gets a lot easier real quick. And last, having a 7-figure sales team. You do that, life really gets good. Every morning, I love to say good morning to everyone, all my CEOs that are out there. Good morning to you. Here's a way to check in for us just to tune in with each other. Go over right now, look below the video. If you can watch this live, I know some of you are on our streaming platforms, but if you're watching live on one of the social media platforms, put hashtag I'm here. Like just check in. Just toss a little energy my way, toss a little energy to other CEOs that are out there. If you're a sales manager, if you're a sales director, if you're a sales supervisor, if you're an entrepreneur, if the business is dependent on you, just put hashtag I'm here. If you're watching the replay, we thank you so much. Everybody can't be here at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I get that. So if you're watching the replay, just put hashtag replay. I respond to every comment. I read every DM. And for those that can't do it because you're on the on-demand streaming platform or with one of our syndicated sister platforms, do me a favor. You maybe on Roku, maybe you're on Apple TV, maybe on Amazon, maybe you're watching out on YouTube Live or somewhere. Send me a DM. Just go over to, let me take this out here. Go over to @IamShayBrown, @IamShayBrown. There it is right there. Drop me a DM. Let me know what you enjoyed about the show. And also let me know what we can do to make this a better place for you, because CEO Sales Huddle, connect with me. I want to connect with you. I really do. But CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So our whole mission is for your sales department, your sales organization to sell more faster. Why? Because the sales organization, the sales department, which is the only department that generates revenue in the entire business, we want sales growth. We want accountability. And at the end of the day, we want consistency. You may have heard this before. Maybe that's why you tuned in right now. Maybe that's why you have your team listening. Shout out to the folks out there. I'm not going to shout you out there in Chicago who tuning in right now. The whole team watches. It's about consistency. You may have heard this before. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with most? Doesn't matter the industry. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter how great you are. Doesn't matter how wonderful you are. Doesn't matter how smart you are. You know what you got to do every day? You still got to show up and you got to put in the work. So all we ask for is 15 minutes a day for your sales department to generate $100,000 a month. 15 minutes a day, that's 1% of your day. I mean, there are 1,440 minutes in every single day. And all we want is 15 minutes. Okay, if it works for you, then this is the place to be. What's our number one outcome? And yours, you may double this number. Some of you may triple this number. But it's $100,000 a month plus of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue over and beyond whatever you're earning today. And that's just by focusing on the sales department. And the reason we have the CEO Sales Huddle is because there was a problem. CEOs needed a place to gather. They needed a place to check in with other like-minded CEOs that were like them. They weren't focused on marketing. They weren't focused on branding. They weren't focused on what's going on in their industry. They wanted a place to come to focus on one area, and that is sales, for their sales organization and for their sales department. And so we created the CEO Sales Dashboard, because after all these years, case studies, working with business owners, working with sales teams, it boils down to 5 key indicators that you need in order to be successful in business. That means revenue. That means being profitable. That means having impact and meaning in the world. You do these 5 sales pillars. All you do is measure these. And we created the CEO Sales Dashboard as a 1-page Excel sheet. We're going to bring it up right now. If you don't have yours up, open it up right now. Open it up right now for all the new folks who are out there that says, I don't have this, Shay. It's the first time I've tuned in. Someone forwarded this over to me. Thank you for those folks that pass this on to your network groups, for those folks that share it inside your masterminds. We appreciate it. If you haven't, take this right now, share it inside your mastermind. Take this right now, share it to a mastermind partner or another CEO. We appreciate it. If you haven't downloaded the CEO Sales Dashboard, go download it now. It's going to look just like this. There are 5 indicators we focus on. There are leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. That's all you need. Now you go all the way across the top and you'll see today's date. On today's date, I want you to go right to just the leads category. Forget all the other ones right now. There's some subcategories in there. You can adjust it. But I want you to put in how many leads came in yesterday. New leads to your CRM. And then how many leads came in the day before. And then look at the trend over the last 7 days, the last 14 days. Some of you go back over the last 90 days, and you're looking at the trend right now. And then underneath there's qualified leads. So your team goes in and they qualify folks, like through conversations, through online surveys, through whatever methodology or sales system you're using, you're qualified. Now, how many folks you go back into your CRM and did you qualify? Now, here's why we're having this conversation. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So I'm only asking you to measure something so we can make it better. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, as you're doing that right now, as you're checking in, I know you're amazing. I know you're already incredible. But I also want to bring up just one area that I want to focus on today. And I'm going to just focus on leads. And I'm going to focus on just 2 areas. Number 1, looking at engaged leads. Engaged leads are a little different than just leads. The leads could have come in from ads. The leads could have come in because you bought them. It come a lot of ways. Engaged leads means someone took an action. Maybe they called your office. They got engaged. Maybe they responded to your DM or to your online strategy, ManyChat, or whatever you're using. They got engaged. Maybe they went and they opted into your page. They got engaged. So how many leads were engaged leads yesterday? And then how many were engaged leads the day before? And then go back and look at the last 90 days. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. This is not a beat me up session. This is you, the CEO. And this is you saying, Shay, in my sales organization, what are the 5 metrics that I need to measure in order for me to be successful and get to $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable income? And I'm sharing one with you right now. And here's the good news. You can do it. It doesn't cost you anything at all. Now, once we do that, we like to move on to another segment that we love to have, which is we celebrate wins. So after we do the CEO dashboard, we say, okay, what's working really, really well? We don't beat ourselves up. We step back and we acknowledge ourselves for all the things that we're doing well. Because powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So let's go take a look at what are you most proud of yesterday? What was your biggest accomplishment yesterday in the sales department only? And then what do you want to brag about? Like right now, you just want to step up and you just want to brag. You want to say, Shay, this was amazing. This is incredible. Everyone in the world needs to hear what my sales organization did. I'm ready to share it with the world. What would it be? And since powerful people ask powerful questions and questions their focus, we'll go all the way to the other side of the equation and say, okay, what are some of our hurdles? What are some of our challenges? What are some things that are holding us back that if we did it, it could move the needle? What was your biggest roadblock yesterday? What's the one thing that's preventing you today from moving forward? And then what's the one thing you can do that if you did it, it could move your entire business forward? Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So I love to celebrate wins. I also love to look at what challenges we have. And then the two come together. And you as a CEO, you allocate resources where they have to go. You allocate the monies where they need to go. You allocate the time where it needs to go and the energy. You do that as a CEO. But one thing I do know, the sales department is a well-oiled machine and a super sales system. It generates revenue for the business like no other department can possibly do in the entire company. So I want you to know that selling is serious business. The message of the day is less is more. Less is more. Sometimes we want to do more and more. Someone's going to say, I'm doing so much more than I've ever done before. I'm working a lot harder. I'm putting in more hours. And you know, at the end of the day, that's great. That's amazing. But here's the question. Do you have movement or do you have progress? See, movement is all the action you're doing, all the running around, maybe all the meetings you're on, all the calls you're getting, all the training. And I know at some point you will get progress, but do you have movement or do you have progress? Because there's movement over and over, year after year, month after month. You're in the same exact place you were before. Then I would encourage you to make a different strategy for your sales department. That the time is now. My mentor loves to say, Shay, when's the best time to plant a tree? I always say 10 years ago, right? That's the best time, really. He says, when's the next best time to plant a tree? Right now. So less is more. Go ahead and take a look at your sales strategies. What can you eliminate? What can you master? What are the fundamentals? If you do the fundamentals right, then you'll get the results you want. Just like the case study we did this morning. You do the fundamentals, you execute those at the highest level possible, then you will see your business and your sales go up, up, up on the way. And I'm only right now talking about the sales department. With that being said, you're amazing. You're an incredible CEO. You're a successful CEO. You're a game changer. You're a world changer. If you're an entrepreneur, you're in this world, you decide to get in. Thanks for being here. If you run a sales department or a sales team or you're a sales manager or sales director or vice president of sales, you got the ultimate responsibility in the world. Even as an entrepreneur, you're responsible for the sales organization that drives the revenue that funds every project that the company needs and allows it to get the resources. That means money comes in to buy resources to execute the vision for the people you were called to serve. So keep doing what you're doing. I believe as you're listening right now, today is your January 1st, and your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. With that being said, my name hasn't changed. It's still Che Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Peace. We'll make some good things out. We connect again next time. We out of here.